Dope. What up, y'all? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. I'm your host, AD Walker, the pusher, the grower, the motivator. We're gonna have a great great broadcast today. Welcome back. I know we take off on Monday, so I appreciate you. This is the beginning of the week. It's Thanksgiving week. If you have children, it really, it's in your face. Because children are out all week. Someone posted, "My children out all week for a one-day dinner." Oh man, that is hilarious. So welcome to another edition, guys. I appreciate you guys for being here, being a part of all that we do. Um, Shout out to StreamYard for doing something that other services were doing, but now they're doing, which is great. StreamYard, it's funny. StreamYard almost reminds me of Apple in its simplistic ways of doing things, but at the same time, they're moving up in technology. They're just a little slower, but this stuff is stable. What's up, Jeff? Good morning. Good morning, and appreciate you for being here. So I'm excited. So what's StreamYard doing now? So if during this live recording, Spectrum, shout out to Spectrum, can't hold it down as far as signal quality, StreamYard is recording locally into my computer. So what you're gonna get, whatever you miss when the recording, there'll be another recording released, and all of it will be clear. In a nutshell, it'll be easier to do, basically. All right. So shout out to StreamYard for its upgrade. Reese in the building. Good morning. So today we're talking about, are we building on truth? It's just a conversation about truth, transparency, and trust. And just amongst our folks, amongst our brothers, are we honest about who we are? Are we clear in what we do? So this is your opportunity to share, let everybody know. I think I put the message out there, hopefully. Let me see. I sent it. I've been doing this a little different. Let me see. Right. So we're not. The truth is controversial. It really isn't. It really isn't. A lot of times it's some people's truths are based on perspective. So does it make it true? I don't know. That's is it really make it true, or is it just make it your perspective and opinion? Because I have a lot of opinionated truth, but today we're kind of just talking more so of just one-on-one, how we operate. Hey, Mama Corey, great morning to you. And we're gonna dig into that. All right. So let's go. Stand up. Boom. Welcome back. My intro is incredibly fast now. But oh man, let's see. All right. It may be just me this morning. So there it is. Let's go. Truth can be subjective based on positions in life. If it isn't, then why is it contrary to say a boy is a boy? Like, again, some people have their own truths, but is it really truth or your opinion wrapped up in truth? Oh, sorry. Clear view outside. Just somebody rolling in unauthorized. Let's see. Hold on. So I appreciate you guys for being here. So it may be just me today. Again, welcome to the Brothers of Legacy. I am your host, AD Walker, the pusher, the grower, the motivator. Let's see. Um, Make sure you share. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. And be a part of. Let everybody know that we are in the building, as well as make sure you are being part of. Join our text community. Text LWN to 84576. Text LWN to 84576. What else? What else? Thanksgiving is coming. Thanksgiving is on the way. Let's see. It's right. Oh, you already my whole continent, my whole face would change. And all right, guys, I gotta go. Oh, okay. Okay, I thought I sent it. My bad. So let's do this real quick. All right. So again, we appreciate you guys for being here. I'm trying to get I haven't just wait. Listen, you ever have those old man, right, Jeff? Listen, real talk. You ever had them old man moments like you thought you sent a text or you thought you sent an email. You're like, you sent it. Then you go back and look like, oh, it's in standby right there. All right. Just so I did not send it. Just sent an email. So forgive me, guys. So again, I appreciate you guys for being here. So yeah, so like the truth or and for the most part, like our honesty and the direction I'm going, kind of going today. I mean, I get what Reese is saying. I 100% I dig it. And we can have a whole show about opinionated facts or opinionated truths. It's in the wings. um right, just hanging, just you're like, I sent the text. You look like, oh, it's just sitting. It's just sitting. My bad. And you got good morning, and it's like, oh, good evening. I'm sorry, my bad. I thought I said that this morning. Um, so yeah, just amongst ourselves, are we truthful? Are we transparent? Do we dig into who we really are? Do we carry the facade of everything's always great? And we've talked about being transparent. Are we honest with ourselves? And honest with ourselves about things. Um, I've met quite a few people that they're not like honest with themselves. But I guess, if you feel like, a situation is a certain way, based on your action, and you feel like it's been outside forces that have made something a certain way, then you live in a truth where it's not me, it's them, it's other things and other factors that have caused me to be in a specific space. What up, Richard H. Walker, the one and only? Yes, indeed. Blessings, Lisa. What up, homie? So yeah, it's you know, do you ever do you feel like you're honest with yourself about your life? Are you honest with yourself about where you are? You know, or whose fault is it? You know, the direction of your life and how things come down. Do you blame others? Do you blame more outside forces, or do you really take onus to the things that are happening? Um, he said, I guess, a tendency if things are a little rough. I don't talk about usually because I feel it can give it too much life. It's deep. That's deep. Because I feel you on that. Because sometimes you can sit so much in a rut and talk about it, and it sits on you. But sometimes it's hard to shake certain things when you're in the midst of it. It's really challenging to really move forward when it's sitting on you. I think it's tough, man. I hear you, Jeff, and you try to do the positive affirmations. I feel great when you know you feel like garbage. Like, and try not to dwell. I think that's the big thing. Dwelling on things that that you can't control sometimes. Or it's not that you can't control, right? Because some things happen out of your control in the moment, but if you're more proactive on it, you would have gotten a better outcome. I guess that's probably the best way to put it. Um, let's see, let's do this. Forgive me, guys, trying to get Pastor in here and making sure. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. All right, there we go. He said, but on the flip side, if we don't talk about it, does that just bury it and never gets better? Yeah, because I think habitually sometimes we make bad decisions because we never talk about it. Oh, I got the bins back there too. Love it. I think I had to come, but then I had yeah. Anyway, um, he said, but equally, Jeff, when you say more, other guys learn and grow because of what you said. Yes, your testimony. Um, let's see, we live in a world that rewards victimhood. How can one grow if it's everyone else's fault? Um, does it really reward victimhood? Do we really reward victimhood? Who in the comments thinks we reward victimhood? Who in the comments thinks we reward victimhood? I mean, I believe in helping those because we all make bad decisions. I believe you should get another shot. You know, he said, is to my Juicy Smollett?" Sorry, is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I think we do. We reward victimhood. That's a good observation. Who feels that? Who feels like we reward victimhood um, in this space? Um, but like I said, but can we be honest about our decisions? Can we be honest about where we're at? Because I definitely believe. Listen, he was celebrated for being attacked. I don't know if he was celebrated. I mean, we were believed, like, but like I said, all of that's based on, what's available, opinionated. It's popular to be a victim. I think, well, I won't say it's popular to be a victim. It's just we're in a time where when thing when things happen, we don't want to ignore when someone gets attacked or something happens, if that makes sense, because it's historically things have happened that been ignored, and we're like, oh man, I didn't realize, what is going down. What up, Thomas? Good morning. There's a culture that says if I do something wrong, you better not say anything, and if you do, you are the problem, the snitch, right? Right. Yeah, that's whoo. Yeah. Right. It's horrid to be a victim. Right. Like I don't yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can see where my brothers are going with it, but overall, nah. Cause yeah, it's not a place that most people want pity. I don't feel like that. Unless you just down, like if I was struggling with everything, of course, if I could turn it around and get something, um, one of with their hard luck life. He said, guys sometimes like to one up each other with their hard luck life. Now, I will say with that's when, I noticed, in the internet world, when you're successful, they got to come up with the worst stories. When people are doing very well, people like to talk about how hard it was, even even if there's a little bit of an exaggeration, because we talked about it one time, probably oh man, probably a year ago or so, like the homeless thing. Um, I mean, what I mean, victimhood is profitable. It does. It has some profits to it. I can't take that. Can't deny that. You know, look at lawsuits and things like that. So people people will sue. They will try to sue for that payday. Um, who's everywhere living off that slap? Oh, but that wasn't. He's not living off of it. He's living through it. He didn't want it. He didn't cause it. But that's a whole nother conversation. I know we're not gonna go down that rabbit hole. We'll reserve that for the Freestyle Friday talk. Um, but it's a victimhood is profitable. I agree. I had a thought. Can't think of it. Lost it. It's gonna come back. Um, you know, like so. Dang, I hate when I lose my thought here. But talking about a hoodlum is still indeed a criminal's a criminal. 100%. I agree with you, Richard. And we have to, you know, when it comes to when things happen, you know, you gotta assess. You gotta think about where you're at, and think about what you're trying to accomplish and press forward. Um, and like I said, they got the snitch culture, you know, where not to say anything, things happen. It's crazy. It took forever to find Jam Master Jay's killer. That was a DJ with Run DMC, and he was in the studio. I think other people were there, if I'm not mistaken. My bad, you let me come in. I wouldn't have to type. Listen, Friday. Friday. Hopkins slap is added to his popularity, right? Oh, but like I said, I think the victimhood part of it is just we don't want to ignore. We don't want to lessen. He says snitch in USA, in UK, it's a grass snitch. So I'm like, you grassing on me? Is that how we say it, Richard? you grass, you ain't nothing but grass. Break that one down, Richard. I'd like to put that into a sentence, Richard. Put that into a sentence. Yo, son, I'm in this prison because my man, he grassed on me. So put that into a sentence. Oh, what's up, Pastor? Good morning. Good morning.
Morning. Happy Tuesday.
All right. So I got Richard face. So if you grasp my behind, you told on me, right? That's it. Because he said instead of snitch, they call it grass. You grassing on me, you know, maybe with the accent, it sounds better. Oh, all right. So, Pastor, how's it going? All is well. How are you feeling, sir?
All is well. I'm doing great, man.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
good to see you.
Awesome. Good to see you as well. It's
Morning, BOL family. Good to see everybody.
Same on different. It said basically they are the same. Okay, same. I guess essentially. Okay, like I said, put that into a sentence because I would love to see how it's used. Because you know, you might not add it the same way. You know, it said, "Oh Lord, all right, let's go, let's go." Hold on. This. You got a 4-5 minutes right now. then I'm gonna lead into a break. He said accent. He said accent or not. There's no way to make it sound right.
Oh wait, what did I miss?
So Richard said snitch in UK in USA is in UK it's a grass.
If you snitch on someone in the USA, you're grassing someone in the UK.
Yeah, that's what I'm right. That's grassing, I guess. In my mind, that's you know. That's what I was like. You can put it to a sentence, then it'll make sense to us. Help us out. Help us out. So what's going on with them Cowboys? What happened?
The Cowboys. So We played the 8-1 Minnesota Vikings.
8-1. Okay.
Yeah. The 6-3 Dallas Cowboys played the 8-1 Minnesota Vikings.
Okay.
The 8-1 Minnesota Vikings, who have a dynamic running game,
right,
and a great passing game. And they have a great quarterback, Kirk Cousins, but he hasn't proven that he was all that yet. But he keeps proving he has the potential to be an absolute historic quarterback, but he just hasn't done it. But this year it looked different for the Minnesota Vikings. 8-1, you can't argue against an 8-1 team. And that was second to only the Philadelphia Eagles. So we played them Sunday night.
Nice.
Everybody kept saying Dallas wasn't going to be able to stop the run because we're weak in the run game. Our defense is weak in the run game.
Wow.
We beat them 40-3.
Nice.
They didn't even score a touchdown.
Nice.
We shut down the run game, and this Justin Jefferson, who looks like the next coming of the greatest receiver to ever play the game of football, was shut down.
Okay.
So it was a good day in Cowboy Land. I'll leave it at that.
It's a good day in Cowboy Land. All right. All right. So we're gonna take a quick break. I haven't done a commercial in like forever, so we're gonna have Doe or Die, aka Kaneem, come through. Doe, D-O-E, Doe or Die. No clue, no idea, never heard. Got to give me a song. All right, we'll be right back. We'll be right back after this. All right.
Nice.
Gentlemen, what is word?
What up?
Happy Tuesday, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was a typo. That's do or die.
Okay.
Oh, do or
die. Do or die.
Yeah, that's do or die.
Okay.
Yeah. My bad.
I'm about to start Googling like dough. I ain't never heard of dough.
That's on me.
Oh.
So how you gentlemen doing this morning, man? It's just 2 days before Thanksgiving.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, and 3 days before my birthday. So there's a lot to be thankful for.
I concur, my brother. I concur.
He said, "Kenny playing a cameo." Word up. What you say? I was, it's funny, and you don't have to change anything, but like with the yellow jacket on, you sound like you that when you listen to the radio and the traffic report. This is traffic. Yeah. When you go back, check the replay. You like, wow. It's the way it sounds.
Okay.
The sound.
Okay.
Like you're on the phone. We just phoning in. We got Kaneem on the phone right now.
Yeah. My wife said I need to be in radio.
Right.
Indeed. I don't see it though. I don't see it at all.
You don't see it?
I don't see
it. Happy Tuesday, Deborah. Thank you for being here. All right. So I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. Let's see. We're talking about trust, truth, and transparency. So some comments was put up here. Let's go back. I was looking for you guys. And reset some interest. Do you feel like we live in a world that rewards victimhood? And he asks, how can one grow if it's everyone else's fault? That's good. I appreciate you, Reese. You don't know how you blessed with that. Because I had to pause on that. Like, that's interesting. Because I will say, and just for clarity, he mentions who called him that? I think Dave Chappelle, Juicy. No, I think that was Catway and Juicy Smollett.
Jesse.
Yeah. So we talk about victimhood, and if you listen to any radio station, you always hear the lawyers get in a wreck, get a check. It's like it's like the hood come up. It's like, oh yeah, have a good accident. Oh yeah, we about to take care of your family. I mean, can we keep it real? Like those commercials, especially when here is Jay Sanders, and what's his oh man, I can't remember his name. Morgan and Morgan.
Oh, Morgan and Morgan.
For the people.
By the people, for the people.
Right.
Morgan and Morgan.
Right. And thank you, Jay Sanders. Yeah, so
we just got
sure everybody got
$400,000.
just like,
oh my God.
I heard it. That's exactly how it sounds. Exactly how it sounds. Oh. So yeah, so when you say that there is a truth to that. There is a truth to the victimhood, but I feel like the media and folks don't try not to ignore or turn it on the people, because there's been a history of ignoring situations or ignoring cries in the dark. You're like, oh, there was something going on there, so I think there's a need to not ignore it. And unfortunately, yes, the victims can get paid, especially nowadays with GoFundMe's, ways to solicit. And I'm going through, and it's, if you look at it, and I know people don't like it sometimes, but if you look at it, it is a way for people to help out. Like, people really go through certain things, and especially in the beginning, when something big or bad happens to someone and they're like, man, they fired me, or I was just trying to do it, and there's clear evidence that wrongdoing happened. I became a victim of something. I don't know what to do. Hey, if you, whatever you guys can give, and someone put it out there and they see it, it's sincere, and next thing they turn around, there's $500,000 in their account, like, just because everybody's feeling it and giving, but how do you feel about that? Do you feel like victimhood is overplayed or too focused on, or are we in the right space, that we're at least paying attention to when things happen to people?
It's challenging for me to speak on another individual's motive.
Right. You don't know.
Yeah. And I believe in the scripture, you have not because you ask not.
Okay.
Now, when the scripture says that, it's talking about your relationship with the Lord.
Right.
Asking of God, who giveth to all men liberally and upbraideth not. That's the scripture.
Right.
But I do believe that it's important to take advantage of the resources that you've been blessed with.
Right.
If you see yourself in a bind, why not reach out to your community and seek help?
Right.
Not everybody's doing it for the right reason, but because I can't speak for someone else's motivation, I take the mindset of I'll do what I can, but not what I can't.
Right.
And that's the philosophy that I live with, man. And then I try to keep my mind and my heart off anything else, because that's just the enemy messing with you.
Yeah. Indeed. How do you feel about that, Kaneem? Like, do you feel like victimhood is played up, or like it's like kind of Pastor said, you try not to judge it, you just do what you can for others when they ask, or which what's your stance on that? Jeff said, I'm still turning around waiting for my $500K to pop in my head.
Oh man, it's hard to say, man. I think Well, everybody got a different level of being a victim. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
but
That's true.
But in these days and time, with everything being litigious, and you can get sued or you can get arrested or you can it's a lot of ways you can be a victim. So
right.
It's it really depends, man. You know what I'm saying? But is it more prevalent now? I would say yeah. I think it might be more prevalent because there's more exposure to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's how I feel too. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff.
I think it's because of all the exposure. The dude you talking about with $500,000, he wouldn't have got that back in the 80s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the only reason I say that he wouldn't have got that back in the 80s because it wouldn't have been no social media. It wouldn't have been instant information. You know what I'm saying? It would have took probably about 2-3 months for the information to filter out to the folks in all over the country. Now it take about 2-3 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So if I can get you a heartfelt story in 2-3 seconds, I wanna give $5 to that. I want to help that family in the house apartment that just burned down. I want to help that mother that just lost her kids. I want to, you know what I'm saying? But now that it's right there in your face 2-3 seconds later, But those are legitimate people to try to reach out and help. Right. You know what I'm saying? But what about that dude that was the pastor who got robbed on TV? Right. You know what I'm saying? Is he a victim or did he portray the role of a victim? You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Anybody can be. Yeah, no, I look at stuff. I go with my gut, man, because I don't mind calling folks out. I'm quick to do that. But then again, if I'm doing dirty, I gotta accept it if folks call me out. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
But yeah, that's just my opinion, bro.
Okay,
that's good.
Okay. Yeah,
because it speaks back. It speaks to you have to be careful what you say about other people because you don't really know. Right. Obviously, there's people out there taking advantage, taking things for granted. Yeah, that never changes. And to your point, it's on a larger scale now because we have more access to Kaneem's point.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
he still said it's a gut check. It's a gut feel. You got to go with how you feel in your spirit. You know, that's real.
Yeah, because I think
it's been dudes that come up to my car, and I might not be in the most upstanding in the neighborhoods, but I'm comfortable because I'm used to it, but I might get them $2 or $3.
Right.
But then again, it's dudes that come up to my car, and I'm in another not so upstanding neighborhood, and I'm tapping on my window with my pistol saying, "Get away from my car." You know what I'm saying? So it just depends.
Yeah. It's indeed. Jeff said. He said, "You sound like it's talking through a toilet paper roll." He said, "Eagle One, this is Houston." You copy? -10. That's what so it's like the speaker thing. He said, "But I sure wouldn't fight you for a parking space." But yeah, I feel what you're saying. The like the giving, here in Georgia, probably like a lot of places now is getting bigger. Like they're when you're coming off ramp, someone asking or, and you see, of course, unfortunately, you see stories of those that are living high off high off the horse, and they're asking, and you're thinking this is a need. No, this is kind of like part of their job, their career.
Yeah, man. I done seen a dude get $5-10 and walk off the corner and go get in the Jaguar begging. You know what I'm saying? How you begging? And you got a sign now, and then you put that sign up on your arm and you walk towards your car and it's a Jaguar, and it ain't just no old Jag. We talking about something that's fairly recent for the times, like less than 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm like, man, this dude is out here on every corner. It's like he got a sketch. I'm gonna hit this corner at 2 o'clock. I hit that corner at 3 o'clock.
let me throw this out there though. Let me throw this, and we don't know him, or you may. What if he's living in that Jag and something just went wrong?
What if he is?
You know, like
and they like sell the car and get
right.
What if he is?
I ain't got no place to live now. I'm paying the car note. I'm paying the car note. And
bro,
I got
if you got time to get out there and chill on the corner and wait for somebody to give you money, you got time to go get your job. Come on, man. You got that time. You got time, right?
I'm reaching. This is my reach.
You got time. Come on, man.
Hey, that corner is the job. He's saying I put in work every day, all day. I'm out here working, hustling for these dollars.
And he doing it too for free money.
I gave somebody. I saw them out there. They were doing magic tricks. They were doing the thing. They were entertaining. I was like, you know what? I'm getting
that's a hustle.
Entertaining.
3-card money. I play it every time I see it. I never win. Win.
That's the goal.
That's what I'm saying. But I play every time I see it. I play it. Never win.
Yeah.
I was told never play 3-card Monte in New York.
Oh man,
never trust the people standing around the table. They're all in cahoots together. You are going to lose your money. Period.
Right. Yeah, I got.
But I heard a story about a guy in Illinois who was working panhandling at O'Hare Airport. This dude made $200,000 a year panhandling.
Man. See what I'm talking about?
This was in the 90s.
See what I'm talking about? That's a true hustle. But let me say this: he was great at it.
Yeah,
you don't make $200,000 without being great.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
you gotta have a good location,
a webinar,
good presentation. Right.
Yeah.
Right. You know, because
I would get. It's interesting. When I go to the airport, if I ever find anybody asking for something, like how you get those gift cards for holidays, Christmas and stuff. Some people might get mad and they'll never give me another gift card. But whenever I have those gift cards, if I have one accessible in my backpack or something, I always hand it to the person. And I tell them, I don't know how much money is on it, but you can have this.
Right.
And I keep it moving.
Super
nice. Right. He said you're super nice.
That's the pastor in you.
But again, like I know what it is to, when you know what it is to be without, and like what I say is I make it a point not to try and imagine whether the person is hustling or not. I just make it a point to give what I can and give something that, I believe somebody would be able to do something with, praying that they do the right thing. And then I keep it moving. That way my hands are clean. My emotions are clean. But that, again, Kaneem, I'm not always in that mood. Right. I remember coming out of the church and seeing a guy asking for some help. And I gave him some change, not literally change. It was paper, but and then like 3 hours later, I saw the same person and he asked me again. And I said, you don't even recognize me.
I got a lot of customers. I got a lot of customers that come through here.
You saw me earlier.
Right.
He goes, oh, my bad. But do you got it?
Let's make another go around.
I'm like, nah, keep it moving, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's I don't know. It's a mental instability or a mindset. I lean more toward the mental instability. You know what I'm saying? You unstable mentally for you to be in that position where you feel like your only option is to beg for money. You know what I'm saying? If you think that's your only option, then I think you got some type of mental instability, because those who are sane or of mind and body know that they usually want more or they want better.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
That's just my opinion. I'm not no therapist. I never went to school for it. Just my opinion on the people that I've met in my life, my experiences. Those that those that don't go out and get it, they unstable in some form or fashion.
Well, I would say this: the truth part is those that want better are going to do something to get better. The challenge is it's a relative statement because it's based on that person's mindset. Because I know folks who feel like $2.25 is better than what they have because $2.25 can get me that 40 ounce, which I don't have today. So I'll be better when I have $2.25 to go get my 40 ounce. So it's all relative. Right. You know what I mean? And some people feel like, going out and panhandling or hustling or whatever the case might be is the best option they have. And I don't think, and I agree with you that for some, there's a mental disconnect there. But for others, it's like that's just the low hanging fruit. Right. That's the easiest access. It's the most direct opportunity for them.
Yeah. I had my uncle. Not on my mother's side, she had 6 brothers, and only one of them became somewhat successful or whatever. But the other 5, all of them, and I'm thinking about my last 2 uncles. Okay. My uncle Pancho, he never ever had a job. Like, he stayed with my grandmother till she died. Then when my grandmother died, he stayed in the house and until they condemned it. Like, literally, he had a bucket and a hot plate that he had wired up to the light pole. Like literally, he was stealing electricity. Wow. Like, literally, he was stealing electricity from the light pole. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be brave to hook up a 112 to a 16,000 volt light.
Or really smart.
But hey, but either way, brave, smart, either way. But point being is that he was mentally unstable. But like Brian said, he always got that money to get him a bill every day. Anyway, hey, food was not even, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't his main thing. I gotta eat. No, I gotta get me a beer. He wanted no liquor. He wanted beer. Right. Every day, all day, and that's all he wanted. And he ended up passing away. He was on assistance, and ended up passing away in his room, like a little efficiency. It's almost like a hotel room.
I got you.
He got everything, studio type thing, but he ended up passing away, and he was in there for like 4-5 days. Wow. But he used to call me every day, man, drunk. Every day. No, nephew. What's going on? I'm talking about sloppy drunk. Nephew.
But he call you. Listen, he call you.
Every day. Because he was close with my mama, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So he's still going on memories when she was alive and everything was all good, stuff like that. And I guess hearing my voice kind of just gave him a little joy or whatnot. But it was crazy, man. You had to hear him when you sloppy drunk and it felt like he's singing or something. Oh man, he was a trip, man. He was a trip.
Listen, you gotta have one of those uncles. I said you gotta have one of those uncles.
Oh
man, I had 5 of them, man. I had 5 of them.
You ever? I know this could be like a show in itself, but you ever like known people that just can do such amazing things, but they just won't get right or won't take it to that level? Like, you see him do, like, dude, you know what you could, like that kind of talent to, like you could have some kind of service, something like, even if it was not even above board, like, you need your electricity hooked back up, like, slide me 200, you'll get it until they realize, that you're not hooked up properly. Like, but that, like you said, that to go up there and that's what I would think, take him out, but he knew how to hook it up without getting shocked. like that alone, like, So I don't know.
And it's amazing because you got them step down transformers. You see them little barrels that be up and up. Those supposed to be step down transformers. So for him to know that, but like you said, he got to be smart because I know he ain't go to school for it.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, if you take all of your abilities and combine and consolidate them, you actually have a job description.
Right. Yeah, he was good, man. I mean, with his hands, he was smart, but as far as having that ability to warm better, he ain't had that.
Right. And then it's the vices.
Well, some people just can't handle the consistent requirement, the accountability factor, the responsibility aspect of it. And some people even fear success for the same reason. I don't want to be successful because people come to expect that from me.
Expectations. That's deep. Yeah. That's big.
Yeah. But he wasn't. One thing about him though, he wasn't going to jail. He was not that dude to be like going to jail. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get him with no DUI because he always walking. You ain't gonna get him with no public intoxication because he always at the house. You know what I'm saying? Like he just was always drinking. That was it. My other uncles is different. They go to prison and get out. And I don't like it out here in the free world. Let me go over here and steal me a 50-cent Coke so I can violate my parole so I can go back for 5 more years. I'm like, really? You want to go back to prison?
That's called institutionalized. It's called becoming institutionalized. You're more comfortable in than you are out. And some people get locked up for the wintertime, so they can have room and board, 3 hots and a cot is what they call it.
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. When you get locked up, it ain't seasonal. you locked up for a specific amount of time. I'm gonna get locked up for the winter. You mean the next month?
Yeah, but what you gotta realize is people like that, Kaneem, they understand penal code. They know what to get locked up for. And
how long?
Now I'll be out by March.
Right. That is funny. All right, listen. Oh, let me get these. Hold on. That freeze? Oh, he froze. He said, that's a great point, perhaps. One thing to be successful is a whole nother game to stay successful. Yes. Yeah. And I think that's, that accountability, that reliability, because we all got that person like, man, they nice when they show up. Don't get them on a Friday. Right. And listen, don't pay them till they're done. Like, don't give them nothing till they finish. They don't open the window in the spring and say fly away. So yeah, definitely it's sometimes it's mind-boggling. Just some of the level of intelligent folks that I've known that are stuck in a space, I guess, they just, I don't know. It blows my mind. You're just like, man, I wish I had half of what you got, and just can't move forward. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Because some people just don't, that's just not what they want.
Right. And that's the thing. That took me a while to get. My wife's like, they just don't. What you mean they don't want it? Like, what you mean they don't want it? They talk about it, but it's like you don't.
That's me. I'm a very, very simple person. I love success.
Right.
I'm just not looking to be famous.
Right. And that's fine. That's fine. Because you got a home, you got paying your bills, you got power, you got cable, you good, it's those that do the home to home, and you just like, you have the skills and ability to live on your own. But so anyway,
you're always going to be some type of emotional burden on someone because people care about you. Right. I've just learned to live a life where I do my best to not be a burden.
Right.
I try to lighten the load. I want to make sure that people can trust that I'll keep pushing, I'll keep pressing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I tell my family all the time, you know, when I have conversations, I'm talking about grown-up family, the men in my family, the grown-up women in my family. I say the best gift that I can give to my mother is to not be a burden.
Yeah.
The best gift you can give your parents is to show them that they did right by you. You may not have gotten everything that you wanted, but you had everything that you needed, which lends to another conversation about needs versus desires.
Right.
Yeah, right. And that's a whole nother conversation. I was doing some study in that area. You know, Lord, I pray that you will grant me the desires of my heart. And one of your desires is to drive a fancy car.
Right. Right.
And you feel like that's a need.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And so you look to God because you feel like it's a need.
Right.
And when it doesn't happen, you are challenged by your relationship with God because you haven't seen the manifestation of something you feel is a need, but God sees as a desire.
Yeah.
It's a
definitely.
want.
Right.
So what happens when you don't get what you feel is a need from God? You begin to question your relationship with God, and you don't go to people for help that you doubt.
Right. Yeah. You're right.
So if God's not providing what you feel like you need, you begin to doubt God. And so you don't go to God, your one resource.
Right.
That's a problem. And that creates a problem, not only with you and God, but it creates a problem with you and your community. You know why some people feel, you know, you see certain people who are not willing to give, not willing to press, not willing to make the sacrifice, because there's something that got disconnected somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
You know?
True.
And they disassociated.
True.
And that's why I feel like it's important to have those conversations, open up that dialogue, and find out why people are where they are. And I think it'll help everybody get stronger, you know.
Definitely.
And learn the difference between what you want and what you need when you're talking to God. Because if the Bible, someone will say, well, God says he gives you the desires of your heart. He said, when you delight yourself in him, he'll give you the desires of your heart. But check this out. When you're delighting yourself in God, you're setting your affections, the Bible says, on things above, which are eternal, not things below, which are temporal. Right? So if you're delighting yourself in the Lord, your priorities begin to adjust, they begin to shift.
Yeah.
And your desires align with God's desires for your life.
Right.
And there's where you have the fulfillment. And so we have to be careful with how we categorize things that we want, that we need, that we desire in our lives.
True indeed.
Talking to God.
True indeed. All right. Now you got your word today. All right, guys. Oh, we appreciate you guys for being here, rocking with us. Another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. Thank you guys for being a part of all that we do. We look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, Mental Health Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve, if that's a thing, I'm sure somewhere. So we look forward to seeing you guys. Make sure you are sharing. And my brothers, I know the ad kind of came up quick, but go to brotherslegacy.com. All my men in here. We have basically a group therapy workshop dealing with talking about change and anger and those parts of our community that we need to really attack. He said, Pastor, off topic. You can slide over so we can see what. So, and make sure you sign up. It's free, but it's limited to 20 men, which is drilled down probably about 18 men now. So make sure you go there to sign up. Go to brotherslegacy.com, brothersoflegacy.com, and be a part. All right. Make sure you're sharing. Make sure you let everybody know what the brothers are doing. He said that, it's nice. It's really nice in person. So you guys take care. Be blessed. Keep pushing. Keep growing. Know that 988, especially now, holiday seasons. Everyone has emotional stuff going on. Especially if your family's lacking or some tragedy happened. it's like the older I get, the more about the tragedies I hear that's happened around these times, or losing a parent or losing somebody, and it's tough. So 988, if you or someone else having a mental health crisis, make sure they know that. If I can encourage you, make sure you reach out to your family, reach out to those that you might haven't spoken to in a while. Sorry, I couldn't hear what you said. Pastor's bike screaming my name. Make sure you reach out to somebody, like Kaneem talked about his uncle. There are those folks that are living, alone and isolated and not really talking to folks, and so reach out, even if it's for a minute. And I know some people, like, after 5 or 10 minutes into a conversation, they're gonna start getting on your nerves. It's like, all right, love you. I'll talk to you later. I get it. I know. Even if it starts out, Trump running for, it was like, I got it. I know. God bless him. We'll talk later. Even if it goes there or goes any direction that you just like, you're not gonna talk about my mama like that. We gotta go. I'll talk to you later. Let's keep it real. That happens. Family. But stay connected. They need you. They need you. Just a phone call. Tell you, listen, I just want to call and tell you I love you. I love you, and just reach out. Don't let folks be isolated. Our main mantra in Brother's Legacy, folks don't disappear. You can go through your stuff. You can have pain. You can have issues. We all do, and not want to talk. I get it. Just don't disappear. Even if you text me, hey, brother, I saw you called. I'm just going through. I don't want to talk about it. I love you, though. That's it. Just don't disappear. That's all I ask. All right. We got to get out of here. Appreciate you.
Love y'all.
My crazy Uncle Bear. Right.
I got to jump to 10 o'clock, man. I love you guys.
All right. Love you. Take care. All right, guys. Be blessed. Know that Jesus loves you. We love you. Jesus loves you better. All right. That's it. That's all. I'm done. You're watching the brothers.